In this video I'm going to be talking about webbing and all types of things to do with packs. The reason why I quite like to use webbing is I find it to be better than a bag in some cases, and also you can pack quite a bit onto basically just a belt that you have laying around. No, I might just jump straight into it. Now this is a very old pouch. I don't know when this was a standard issue of the army, but I'm imagining it was quite a long time ago. What I got in here is just tent pegs. I make my own. Just got sick of the ones in the shop bending, and plus they're cheaper to just make than buying it. And I got now next on the pouch. Next pouch is canteen. Now I normally like to pack 2 canteens, but you can pack whatever you want really. I find an overnighter you can normally get away with 2 canteens and a drink bottle like this. I think this is about 1.2 litres. Probably not, probably about a litre or so, but that normally gets you through that. That's normally drink bottle uses cooking water and whatnot. And on the canteen pouch you've got a little pouch now where you can put whatever you want in really. It's basically what you prefer want to go in there. And next on mine is these are more expensive pouches by far. As you can see, you can just put this pouch on your belt, just like so. I like to keep my torch in here. It's a good little torch. Not work. Need to charge the batteries, but good place to keep a torch. Clips on, and this just is a little pouch. What I'll either put in first aid equipment, just like so, or whatever you want really. This isn't really really organised it that much yet. And you can even put, the best part about these pouches is when you get a big one like this, you can even put smaller pouches inside these little I like to think little belt loops or whatever you want to call them. And I'll put it through back. I'll put it through back like that, or whatever you want really. Clip it in. I quite like this system, but the clips, I know what I'd prefer. These, if you're not positioned right, they can dig into your skin, but that's never really a problem with me. But I think if you're wearing a sort of a thinner belt like so, then you'd probably want to go with clips like this. Well, they're not really clips, little belt loops like that. But if you got a bigger belt, and this is probably the one for you. Next is what I call navigationals. It's got little belt loops like this. I don't know when this was in service. I'm imagining around the 1990s or so, because it doesn't look that old, but it still does look pretty old. This is just where I was camping last, Wellington Park. And I like to keep it in a Ziploc bag, so if it does rain, I'll be okay. What else do I have in here? I have a compass, just like so. I actually got this at Victoria Markets when I was last in Melbourne, so for 20 bucks, $20 Australian. Now I've just got a couple pens and pencils. The reason I like to take a carpenter's pencil is so I can sharpen it with a knife. Obviously I can sharpen other pencils, but I'm not too good at it, so I'll just take that other pencil instead. Moving on now is the belt, what I use. Actually no, we've still got one more pouch, and that's the bum bag. Now these are awesome, I love them. You can put quite a bit in there. Zips up, well not zips up, but yeah. Then you got your belt loops on the back, and you can put your harness through these little loops here, whatever you want really. Yeah, I normally take this when I go camping with the webbing on, because it is such a great bit of kit. I love the bum bag because you can fit so much in there, but it's still on your belt. And when you have a backpack, you won't notice the amount of weight what you've actually got, which is also another good thing. So that's why I like it so much. Now next one is my belt. This isn't military belt or whatever, this is just picked up from Bunnings for 10 bucks, a King Chrome tool belt. This is an awesome belt. I think it was like over $10 or $15 Australian, which was absolutely awesome. I put these little loops on there just so I can put my harness on front, and I've got I just call this belt padding. I don't know, whatever else you want to call it. It's basically that. Yeah, this belt has done me well. It clips in nicely. Still works whenever I pick it up, so I won't be replacing it. Next on it is your harness. Now this one. Now there's a funny story about this. I got this from All Goods, which is a camping / sporting goods shop, and I thought it came with the belt padding. I spoke to the bloke, hey, alright, well, does the belt padding come with this harness? Went out back checked, and it didn't. Now the harness itself was $33, but then he said, well, here's what you can do, cover. I can do it for 10 bucks each, so $10 for this, $10 for the belt padding, so 20 bucks. $13 saving, well technically $23 saving on the actual harness, because that's how much it cost, not including the belt padding. So that was a good score in my eyes, which is awesome. So that's normally the webbing I take on my camping trips. See, with the I quite like webbing. Some people don't. We prefer backpacks. I got camping backpacks and whatnot. They're good. They're great. So the only problem is, I find if you don't have a canteen pouch like this, then you could potentially get yourself. You have to take your backpack off all day just trying to grab your drink bottle. Obviously, there's other systems for your drink bottle, but still, I prefer the handy old pouch. Straight right there. I can stop for a minute, have a drink, and keep walking. I don't have to stop for too long, which, in my eyes, is a great advantage to camping. Next, I'm going to be talking about charging your phone when you go camping, and yeah, that's basically it. Well, what I normally take when I go camping is this Highlander portable charger. 5,000 milliamps. Yeah, 5,000. So I think this can charge up your phone from about probably 0% to 100. And the best part about this one is comes with a little charging cable. Obviously, if that is faulty or whatever, you can just put your own USB cable in there, which I normally do, so I'm not dangling this around. But the good part is I can actually plug it into my phone, because I've got a wallet case like so. I normally just put that, hold my phone, and put that on charge, just like so. Because I use my phone quite a bit when I go camping, I normally take another one. This is called Laser Focus. Yeah, Laser. This one is 10,000. Wait a sec. 10,000 milliamps, 36 watt hours. So this one's alright. This one, I find that this one isn't really a good brand, I'll be honest. This one I've had for years and it just keeps on going and going, which is awesome. And then I've got this other one from Verbat. You might can't really pronounce that, but you can't really see it. But this one, there you can see that. Focus. I'll just turn this off. Let's switch. But yeah, this one, it's only a small one, 2600 milliamps in output, 5 volt, 1.2 amps. And this one, I tell you what, I brought this about 4 years ago now. I charged this thing up and it works. It works every time. I've never had a problem with this one. This one's a bit newer. I've had this for about 2 years. 2 years, 3 years, something like that. But this one, I've only had this for about 5 months at most, and it's just a pile of junk. Sorry for whoever who built this, but it's just awful. I'm sorry. But it works, but like when a camping situation, potentially moisture can get in it. The good part about this one is it comes with a little light on it. I find camping situation, it's not really that good. These two I recommend all the way. They are as tough as nails. They are a bit more expensive. Actually, this one came in at about $40 with 2 outputs. This one, I think it was $10 to $15. I can't remember, that's how long ago it was. This one was about $29, but so the most expensive one here, more amp hours. These two, this one is built like a brick. You can chuck it whatever you want. This one's still pretty tough, but it's just, I find this one's probably a lot more tougher than this. And this one's still alright, but in my eyes it's not really good for camping. Now another thing is lighting fires when you go camping. I like my old trusty Zippo. Lights up every time. Obviously an old Bic lighter, cigarette lighter, whatever you want to call them, works just as good. With this one, if you don't have any kindling, you can just flip up the fold. Obviously you can do this, you don't need the screwdriver. And you can take out one of these cotton balls. It's stuffed inside them. And the best part is, cotton balls are like $2 for like millions of them. So, yeah. The thing I find most expensive about these lighters is the lighter, fuel, and the flint can be a bit expensive, but you know, the only problems with it I've had was when I haven't filled it up. Obviously the old Bic lighters, they're strong and proud, lighten up every time you want it to, spark off the flint with the gas, just woof, done. That's why I always have one tied to a little rope, if you can see there. tied to a little rope. So I've always got one in my shed. And yeah. You probably notice that I quite like to build a lot of my own camping gear, like tent pegs, tent poles. This is a tent pole that I made. This, if you can see, I've threaded, so I can screw this on to another one of these. This becomes higher and shorter, whatever you want, up to you. But so that is my webbing, lighting, portable power packs. Yeah. Next video I'll be talking about UHF radios. So but I'll hand it down to you, Nadine. I'll be talking about that next video. So stick around. Thank you. Please subscribe and like the video. Bye.